Athletic make a little push for the top two as Sunderland drop points. But who's going to come out of it this midweek? We'll take a little look at your latest round of picks coming at you from League One. Let's go. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show today. We'll take a look at match day number, I think it's 15 out in League One, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things League One related, Blackpool Rovers related, football related. We got it all here out in the wilderness. That's right, yes. Predictions and the bonies. Oh yes, of course. So yeah, of course, a couple of games already. So you got a couple of free points on the old score sheet there because it was an FA Cup weekend and a couple of games did take place. So I'm giving you those 2 points free. Just make sure you put them in your picks, of course, and of course then we'll carry on with the rest of the matches, of course. But anyway, before we jump in the deep end, I want a big shout out to the Patreon gang. You know who you are. That's right, supporting the channel behind the bloody scenes. I do appreciate those guys, and of course Humphrey, the latest member of the VIP gang. So thank you for joining the Patreon. So make sure you explore and let yourself be known to the community, of course. And anyone else is out there interested in becoming the latest member of the Patreon gang, check out that link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. So here we go, lads. Here we bloody go. Kicking it all off with, of course, a recap of what's been going on out in League One then, shall we? Switch over to, no, we're going to stay right here. So kicking on off, of course, with the last round of matches. Of course, Gillingham against AFC Wimbledon end up as a what did it end up as? It was a 2-1 win for Gillingham. Of course, big result that for Gillingham as well. Keeping them forward, of course, Carl Dempsey on the score sheet, Dominic Samuel, of course, on the score sheet as well. Ben Hennigan as well on the score sheet for Wimbledon as they lost. Actually, on the 0-0 draw. Shame on me. Next, of course, Accrington Stanley were big winners over Crewe. 1-0 was the final score. The real deal's on the right. My picks on the left. Colby Bishop on the score sheet actually giving themselves the 3 points. So I went with the 2-1, not too shabby. Burton Albion against Charlton. There was a 4-2 win for Burton Albion, a big result for them. Surprise result as well. Paul Smith and Chuck Sneaky on the score sheet for Charlton, Lucas Atkins, Joe Powell, Sam Hughes and Charles Burnham on the score sheet for Burton as they surprised us all with a 6-goal thriller over Charlton there. Of course, Ipswich Town against Hull was the result of the weekend. 3-0 for Hull away from home. Good result for them. Bad boys, Malik Wicks, Josh McGuinness and Tom Eves on score sheet for Hull as they took care of business. I went with a 2-2 draw. Shame on me. MK Dons, though, they were a 2-2 draw against Shrewsbury. Final score there actually went with a 1-0 win for the MK Dons on this one. Sean Wally, Mark Pugh on the score sheet for Shrewsbury, Cotton Moss and Cameron Jerome on the score sheet for MK Bloody Dons. Peterborough 1-0 winners over Plymouth in the battle of the Peas there. Johnson Clark Harrison on the score sheet for Peterborough as they took the points and of course kept up the hate with Hull. Actually with a 2-0 win myself, so not too shabby. Portsmouth though, 1-1 draw against Oxford. Called it, lads. Got it bang on the bloody nose. Goal scores on the day. Sean Raggett on the score sheet for Portsmouth. Alex Rodriguez from the penalty spot for Oxford to give themselves a share of the spoils. Meanwhile, Rochdale, Neil was my call. 1-1 was the final score against Northampton. I should have the picks coming at you. Here's got the goal scores. Harry Smith on the score sheet for Northampton. Stephen Humphreys getting the equaliser for Rochdale. And they took themselves a share of the spoils. Meanwhile, Lincoln 1-0 winners over Swindon Town. Good result for Lincoln to keep themselves back into the top 6, top 2 consideration. Lewis Montsma on the score sheet for Lincoln as they took the 3 points. Unfortunately for Swindon, nothing for them. Again, got that one pretty close to the money. Wigan Athletic 0-0 result against Bristol Rovers. Of course, not really a good point for them. Really, they are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? Actually, with the 1-0 for Wigan. I do believe in them, but I don't think they're going to get anything this season. I think they're in a bit of trouble. Doncaster Rovers 3-2 winners over Blackpool. 2-1 was the final score for me. In my eyes, I'll give you the scorers on the day in a very closely fought contest. Jerry Yates, CJ Hamilton on the score sheet for Blackpool, giving themselves a 2-0 lead. Cameron Jerome, Reece James, not that Reece James, and Benjamin Whiteman on the score sheet for Doncaster as they took the 3 points and 5 goals. But I'm wrapping it up. I did talk about it already. Sunderland did drop points against Fleetwood in a 1-1 draw. Goal scorers on the day. It was on a Friday night, of course. Charlie Wyke on the score sheet for Sunderland. Cam Connolly equalising for Fleetwood Town. So yeah, that's of course is that. My picks, I got myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 12 ain't too shabby, boys and girls. The table shows the Hull City leading the charge at the moment, Peterborough in second. Charlton, Lincoln, Portsmouth and Ipswich make up your power 6. Down further table, Wigan, they are going down. It looks like Shrewsbury, Burton and Bristol Rovers also joining them at the moment. Fleetwood Town, no, they're on the move. They're, of course, doing much better than, of course, Sunderland as well. So, of course, very, very tight in that playoff race. Of course, to recap the criteria not to avoid in the face game, 5 to 9 straight face, go 10 plus, you're in the top bins. So, let's let's have a little look at it then, shall we? Let's have a look at how all you guys got on out in the old Piccaroony charts. Of course, Omar Escobil, well done, brother, well done. Of course, oh, Jacob Jakobsen, you did shit, mate, you did shit, but I still love you. Ocean Cal, also Shocker Rooney. Vincent Hong did bits, Nathan Eva, killing it, well done, brother, well done. Game and Charlie, not too bad. Finn and Luke did bits. Jonathan Sandman also did very well. Russell Frost also doing the bits and taking names. Yannick Buster did shocking. STFC Jenko, not too bad. Oh, Oma Mura, well done to you, brother. Kicking on forward, we have Anna Rana did poop. Clarkoff, captain centre direction, he did okay. Period did alright. Jeff Babberidge, not too bad. Olaji Ojo, he did okay. Oliver Army did okay. Chris Hearn, not too bad. They did poop. Both of them did poop, of course. Max Stout did shocking. Okay, did poop. Lambie did alright. And Shepherd, well done, brother, indeed. So those guys did okay-ish. This is your leaderboard as it stands. Oliver Army, okay. Max Stout and Elgin Count. Shut your bloody eyes. You don't want to see it. You don't want to bloody see it. Lambie is your main man this week. Of course, it's a debut top banana for him. Coming at you with them. The rest of the chasing back. Olaji Ojo. You are a patron, of course. I didn't put the sticker around there, but anyway, I'm outside. I'm in the boonies. You got to give me a bit of slack there. Fitton also did very well. That's this week and this week alone. Your overall leaderboard is. It looks like it could be a patron. It is. Jakob Jakobsen, of course. Russell Frost not too far away either. Omar Escobil and also LG and Cow in the top 10. There's the chasing pack. And there is a very, very small margin between first and third. I'll let you know that. And then the chasing pack is not far away either. So it's getting all tasty. As of course we reached around about the third of the season. There's 40 odd games, I believe, in these leagues. So yeah, we're getting close. So get stuck in there. Still plenty of time. If you're late to the party, just keep on predicting. You never know. You just don't know. You might go on a barnstorming performance, of course. So here we go. Then of course getting on into the next round of matches, and we're going to start with. What we're going to bloody start with? We're going to start with unlocking my tablet because that is a pain in the buttski. There we go. So let's get into it and take a little look at AFC Wimbledon. They're going up against Peterborough. I need to get the odds ready. Let's get the odds ready. How do I change this? We want to look at League One. That's right. League One. Let's go. To get off with Wimbledon against Peterborough. Of course, the last 6 between two sides, 2 wins apiece and 2 bloody draws. Of course, last time each other in Wimbledon was back in January 22. It was a 1-0 win for Wimbledon. Joe Piggott on the score sheet to give Wimbledon the good result there. Of course, Wimbledon have actually failed to win 9 of the last 10 matches at home in the Championship. They're coming to this in 12th, and of course, Peterborough in 2nd. On the flip side, Wimbledon coming to this 2 wins in the past 5 games for them, of course, against Barrow in the FA Cup and also against Rochdale in the league. On the flip side, Peterborough just not the greatest bit of form for them at the moment. 1 win in the past 5 for them. That was against Plymouth or in the League One. They also lost to Chorley in the FA Cup. Wow. That was, of course, fresh off the press, I believe, just the other day. Heading into this, of course, the bookies odds. I'll tell you the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on the bookies odds? We have AFC Wimbledon 30-5 for the victory, 25 as your draw, 21-20 is, of course, support for Peterborough. Heading into this, Peterborough are in second spot at the moment. With them, they could go top of the pops with a big back W, of course. On the flip side, Wimbledon coming to this in 12th, and for them, they could actually go as high as 11th. Not really the biggest movers for them. For me, though, I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-0 win away from home for Peterborough to get back to winning ways, of course. Next up, of course, we have Blackpool taking on Pompey. The last 6 between two sides, 2 wins for Blackpool, 3 for Pompey, and 1 bloody draw. And that bloody draw was last time around at Bloomfield Road back in August 2019. Marcus Harness on the score sheet with Arnaud Jean-Gelay on the score sheet back in 2019, of course, in League One. Heading into this, though, what do we have? Portsmouth actually undefeated in the last 7 away matches in the league, and they've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches away from home. They come into this 1 defeat in the past 6. That was against West Ham United's Academy in the Papa John's Trophy. On the flip side, Blackpool coming to this just 1 defeat in the past 6. They're in very good form at the moment, winning 5 of the previous 6. Very, very good for Blackpool, so they might fancy the chances on this one. Blackpool's odds 11-5 for the victory, 30-10 is your Portsmouth, 9-4 is your draw. Quick look at the situation out in the league. Blackpool coming to this in 15th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 11th. Portsmouth coming to this in 5th spot in a minute, and the win for them, they could actually go as high as 2nd in the league, lads. 2nd in the bloody league. I've gone with a 1-1 draw. Yeah, the form is good for Blackpool, and again, I give them the benefit of the doubt to get something out of this one. Next up, we have Crewe up against Swindon. Of course, these 2 teams promoted last season. The last 6 between 2 sides, 3 wins apiece and no draws, of course. The last time I played each other was in fact in Swindon. It was a 3-1 win for Swindon back in January 2020. Last time I played each other, and Crewe was back in October 2019. That was a 3-1 win for Crewe, of course. Chris Porter with a couple of goals. Charlie Kirk, Captain Kirk. Is he Captain Kirk? It should be. And Ryan Doyle on score sheet for Swindon heading into this. Of course, Swindon actually scored at least 2 goals in the last three matches. They come into this 2 wins in the past 5 for them. On the flip side, Crewe 3 defeats on the spin for them, not looking good at all. And they would like to turn that around quickly. 11-10 for Crewe for the victory. 40-5 is your away win. That is Swindon. 30-5 is your draw. Of course, coming into this, Crewe find themselves in 14th spot at the moment. I've just pressed the wrong button. They come into this 14th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 11th. Swindon come into this in 16th for the win for them. They could also go as high as 11th for them. Of course, I'm gone with a cheeky 2-1 win for Crewe to change a bit of form, to end that 3-game losing streak and get back to winning ways. Next up, of course, we have Lincoln City up against Wigan. The last 6 between two sides is... I don't know. I don't even know if they've ever played each other. That's how weird this one is. Heading into this, Lincoln City actually kept a clean sheet in 6 of the last 8 matches in League One, whereas Wigan actually had scored in the last 4 away matches as well. They've also lost the last 4 away matches as well. They're coming to this, of course, drawing last time around against Bristol Rovers. On the flip side, Lincoln come into this 2 wins in the past 5 for them, losing to Plymouth in the FA Cup and also losing to Accrington Stanley. Oh, of course it does. Bookies odds on this one, 7-4 for Lincoln, 14-5 is your draw. And what else do we have there? 11-2 is your away win. That is Wigan, of course, for the W on this. Wigan coming to this rooted to the foot of the table, winning for them. They could actually go as high as 22nd in the league. Lincoln coming to this in 4th win for them. They could go 2nd in the table, of course. I've gone with a Lincoln win on this one, 2-0 win to take it to the bank. Next, of course, Oxford United up against Ipswich. This was fruity, of course. Oxford were on a recently good bit of form, but anyway, they've hit a bit of a rough patch. Heading into this, of course, the last 2 encounters between two sides, 1 win for Oxford, nothing for Ipswich, and of course 1 draw. Of course, last time played, in fact, was Ipswich back in 2020 in February. It was 22nd of the 2nd, 2020. It was 1 win for Oxford. Last time played in Oxford was a 0-0 draw back in January 2020, of course. Heading into this, Ipswich. Just 1 win in the past 6 for them. Wow, that's shocking for them. I was against Shrewsbury, of course. On the flip side, Oxford coming to this. 2 wins in the past 5 for them as well. Not great form for both of these sides as they start to stack up the fixtures. Quick look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on the bookies odds? 11-10 for Oxford, 12-5 is draw, 5-2 is your away win. That is Ipswich Town, of course. Look at the table suggests, of course, Ipswich within striking distance of the top. They're actually gone down to 6th spot at the moment, but for them they could actually go back up to 2nd. On the flip side, Oxford are on the climb. And a win for them, they could actually go to as high as 14th in the league. I've got with a 3-1 win for Oxford. Yeah, to continue the bad run for Ipswich. Maybe, just maybe, put a bit of smell, but a bit of trouble for Paul Lambert, of course. Anyway, next up, of course, we have Sunderland taking on Burton Albion. Of course, the last 6 between two sides. In fact, the last 5, 1 win for Sunderland, 3 for Burton, and 1 bloody draw. Last time picture that was at the Stadium right back in November 2019. It was a 2-1 win for Burton. That's right. Goal scorers on the day, I'll tell you, was Ryan Edwards and Liam Boyce on the score sheet. Aidan McGeady on the score sheet for Sunderland as he got himself a penalty there. Burton have actually failed to win the last 8 away matches, and they've actually conceded at least 2 goals in 13 last 15 away matches in League One. They come to this though, 2 wins in the past 6. Burton on the flip side, Sunderland without a win in 5. Goodness gracious me. Bookies odds says 7-4 for Sunderland, 3-1 is your draw, 24-5 is your Burton on this one. I've gone with, of course, 2-0 win for Sunderland to get back to winning ways. And again, with that win, potentially they could go from as high, where are they in the old table actually, as 8th at the moment, but with them they could actually go as high as 3rd. Burton come out into this in the relegation spots, but for them they could go as high as 19th in the league. That'll be out of the drop zone, of course. Next up, of course, we have Northampton Town against Fleetwood. I do like a bit of Fleetwood. The last 6 between two sides, 1 win for Northampton, 4 for Fleetwood, and 1 draw. Last time played was in Fleetwood back in 2018. It was a 2-0 win for Fleetwood. Last time played at Northampton was a 1-0 win for Fleetwood as well. You've got to go all the way back to 2013. Last time Northampton were victorious over Fleetwood. Heading into this, Northampton have actually failed to win 5 of the last 6 matches at home, and Fleetwood actually kept a clean sheet in the last 3 matches against Northampton in all competitions, and they actually won those last 3 matches against Northampton at all competitions. They're coming to this unbeaten in 4 games. Fleetwood winning 3 and drawing 1. On the flip side, Northampton unbeaten in 3 as well, winning 2 and drawing 1 as they approach kick-off. Look at the bookies odds on this one, 13-5 for Fleetwood, 12-5 is draw, 21-10. 21-20 is your Fleetwood on this one. Of course, Fleetwood coming to this on the push. They're actually in 7th spot at the moment, and a win for them. They could actually go as high as, goodness gracious me, up to 3rd in the bloody league. Northampton Town coming to this in 17th, and a win for them. They could go as high as Swallow in the bloody league. I've gone with a 2-1 win for Fleetwood away from home to get themselves a comfortable win on this one. Okay, folks, next up we have Plymouth up against Rochdale. Let's take a close look at this one then, shall we? Of course, these two side players are the last 6. These 3 wins for Plymouth, 1 for Rochdale, and 2 bloody draws. Last time they played each other, in fact, was and Plymouth. It was a 5-1 win for Plymouth back in February 2019 in League One. Goal scorers on the day: Freddie Ladbo with a couple of goals there, Ryan Edwards, and Oscar Theo-Kelt, and Ashley Smith-Brown on the score sheet. Matt Dunn getting the 1-0 goal for Rochdale, with Ethan Ebanks-Landau getting himself sent off on the match. Heading into this, Plymouth are actually undefeated in the last 7 home matches in League One, whereas Rochdale actually failed to win the last 5 matches in League One as well. They're coming to this without a win in 6, Rochdale. On the flip side, 1 win in the past 4 for Plymouth in all competitions, of course, losing to Lincoln City, actually winning in Lincoln City in the FA Cup. So 1 win in the past 4 for them. Look at the bookies' odds on this one then, shall we? Plymouth up against Rochdale, 2017 on for Plymouth. They are the favourites, 27-10 is your draw. 3-1 is your away win. That is, of course, Rochdale. Look at the league table suggests, of course, Plymouth trying to get themselves into that top 6 discussion. They're actually in 11th at the moment. A win for them, they could actually go as high as 9th in the league. Rochdale coming to this struggling at the moment, 20th in the table, but a win for them, they could actually go as high as 14th in the table. For me, I've gone with, of course, Plymouth to take a 2-0 win at home. No questions asked. Next, of course, Bristol Rovers up against Gillingham. Of course, the last 6 seasons, 1 win for Bristol, 3 for Gillingham, and 2 bloody draws. Last time I'm pretty sure that was, in fact, in Bristol, was a 1-1 draw back in September 2019. Tyler Smith on the score sheet, Thomas O'Connor as well. Bristol Rovers actually lost their last 3 home matches in League One. They've also conceded at least 2 goals in those last 3 home matches as well. They come into this 2 wins in the past 5 in all competitions, including the Papa John's Trophy and of course the FA Cup. On the flip side, Gillingham just 1 win in the past 4 for them. That was against Wimbledon a couple games back. They did lose to Exeter in the FA Cup as well just the other day. Look at the bookies' odds on this one. What do we have on this one? Bristol Rovers, sorry, 29-20 for the victory, 94 is your draw, 90-10 is your away win. Of course, heading into this, of course, Gillingham are actually in 13th spot, but for them they could actually go as high as 11th. Bristol Rovers coming to this in 21st spot, but for them they could actually go as high as 14th in the league. I've gone with a 0-0 draw. Come on, Dom Sam, get the back of the net to continue their push up the table. Next, of course, we have Charlton up against MK Dons. Take a closer look at this one then, shall we? The last 6 seasons, 2 wins for Charlton, 3 for MK, and 1 bloody draw. Last time played, in fact, was back in 2018 in the League Cup and was at Milton Keynes. It was a 3-0 win for MK Dons. Last time played at the Valley was back in 2017. It was a 2-2 draw. Of course, goal scorers on the day: Josh McGuinness, Scott Goldburn with a big OG, Kieran Argyle with a couple of goals there for MK Dons as they call themselves a point. A late goal as well. Charlton actually won their last 3 home matches in League One. They've also scored at least 2 goals in 6 last 7 matches in League One. They come into this 2 wins in the past 5 games for MK Dons. On the flip side, taking this out for Charlton, 2 wins in the past 5 games as well, as they try to edge closer to the top 2 perhaps. Bookies odds on this one: 30-10 for Charlton, 94 is your draw, 21-10 is your MK on this bad boy. And of course, a win for Charlton, who currently find themselves in 3rd. A win for them, they could actually go as high as 2nd. MK Dons coming to this in 18th. And for them, they could go as high as 12th, above AFC Wimbledon in the end. For me, I've gone with, of course, Charlton on this one. Comfortable win, 3-1 in the end. Next up, we have Hull City against Doncaster. This was a bit fruity. The last 6 for 2 sides, 1 for Hull, 2 for Doncaster, and 3 bloody draws, including a draw in a friendly in 2019. Last time played each other, though, in the league, competitive action in the league was back in the Championship in the King Power Stadium, not King Power, in the Kazam or whatever, the KCOM. There we go. King Power, KCOM, Kazam. It's all up there. It's all up there. It was a 0-0 draw, of course, back in 2012. Hull have actually won the last 3 matches in League One. They've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches as well. They're coming to this winning 5 on the spin in all competitions, of course. On the flip side, Doncaster just losing once in the past 6 for them. That was against Wolverhampton Wanderers Academy in the Papa John's Trophy. I'm sure it was a Mickey Mouse team there. Heading into this, the bookies odds on this one: 11-10 for Hull, 5-2 is your draw, 3-1 is your Doncaster on this. Of course, Hull are top of the pops, and a win for them will maintain a top of the pop status. On the flip side, Doncaster in 10th, and a win for them, they could actually go as high as 7th in the league. This one's tight. It is tight, but I'm going to go with Hull on this one to take it 2-0. Comfortable win in the end, again, to maintain their promotion push. And wrapping it up, it'll be Shrewsbury up against Accrington. Stanley, the last 6 between 2 sides, 4 wins for Shrewsbury, 2 for Accrington, and no bloody draws. Last time played there was in fact in Shrewsbury in League One. It was a 2-0 win for Accrington back in February 2020. Bobby Grant and Jordan Clark on the score sheet for Accrington. Heading into this, Accrington have actually kept a clean sheet in last 5 matches in the Championship, where Shrewsbury actually failed to win the last 8 home matches as well. They come into this not bad form though, just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Shrewsbury. Accrington Stanley winning 4 of the past 5 of them and actually drawing the other ones, so unbeaten 5 if you want to look at it that way. I'll look at the bookies odd, I'll look at the situation and the league. I'll tell you now, Accrington are in 9th, and for them they can actually go in as high as 5th in the table. Shrewsbury coming to this in the relegation spots, but for them they could actually go as high as 22nd. The odds show 8-5 for Shrewsbury, 9-4 with the draws, 70-10 your away win. That's Accrington Stanley. For me, going with Accrington with a 1-0 win to take it to the bank, boys. And if I'm right, which I probably will hope so, that's what the table will look like hopefully you can make that out. I'm outside in the boonies. Give me a bit of kudos there. Hull leading the charge, 2 points clear over Peterborough in second, Charlton up to third. Of course, Lincoln City, Fleetwood and Portsmouth make up your top 6. Wigan, Shrewsbury, Burton and Rochdale going down as it stands. Ipswich down to 9th, Sunderland in 7th. There's your big boys, and they're in a bit of trouble, of course. But that's just my picks, of course. Be sure to get your own picks in nice and early for the prediction league. We've still got plenty of time left for you to come in from out of nowhere and swoop on up there, of course. And that's it, my friends. That is all I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. And of course, if you're new, bang your subscribe button. If you're back to the old things, Blackpool related, League One related, World Football related, we're going to all hear under the daylight beautifulness that is the outside. So make sure you go outside, appreciate the outside, but of course wear a mask if you're wandering around the old wherever. But anyway, that's it. Of course, hopefully next time you see me, which will probably be on Wednesday, in this regard anyway, I will be back at home. You know, if the car makes it. I've got to touch wood now. I've just gone and messed it all up. Oh, we've got to touch wood. We don't want to be breaking down. The plant's wood, right? That'll do. But anyway, yeah, be sure to get the video some love and smash thumbs up, smash subscribe. I'll be back soon, of course, and of course get your picks in nice and early. Again, if you want to support the channel in another way, check out the links down below. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all down there. Trying to get my Twitch numbers up to 250, so I would like to see you guys go over there. And again, if you want to support the channel in another way, just like Humphrey did this past week, make sure you get to check out the link to Patreon. Of course, there's going to be a lot of perks and privileges for patrons over the next few days, so make sure you check those bad boys out. It's been very, very hard recently, especially with the COVID schedule and being travelling and all that. It's been hard to keep up the pace. But anyway, I do appreciate your support. Until then, though, I'll see you all very soon. Be safe, mask up, and get predicting.